How much you expecting?
313.
And how many of them are here?
175.
Wow.
It's half. It's
50%.
50%.
Well, it should not be 50%. After they have been so long at home, and then they ask you to come to school, I think you got to come to
Yes,
school.
to come to
And
school.
the exam is just around the corner. And moreover, one thing I want to say, my observation is that for JSS 3, according to the government, it's 8 weeks that they have given an issue. I don't think our own school will have up to 8 weeks. The reason being, if WASH should start on the 4th of August, that means they will not be coming in August. No sooner the exam starts, they will not be allowed to enter when the last exam is on, because this case is
Okay, okay, make a link here, eh?
There's some observation then because the people have a lot of
Think for serious.
things for or they are just come.
Okay, a very good morning once again, and welcome to SLBC School Reopening Special. My name is Mariam Masuma again. I am presently at the Government Regal Secondary School here at Sahil as we continue to give you updates on the school reopening in different schools both in the western and eastern part of the city. My colleague Francis Bernard is down there as you've heard what she's just told you viewers, and you've seen for yourself, what is happening in that part of the city. This is the Government Regal Secondary School, as you can see around. For now, the compound is very empty. From what I observed and from the principal himself, the situation here is very disappointing. According to him, he is expecting over 300 pupils this morning, but not even 50% of that number is present here today. According to him, it's very disappointing because for the first day of the reopening of schools after a while, and for pupils who are in classes of public exams, they should be eager to be here this morning. But the case is different from that. But the principal is here himself. Before we go into the classrooms, let's see how best we can talk to him so that he can give us more updates on what is happening here this morning. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Good morning, madam. I'm Mr. Frederick O. Jones, acting principal, Government Hotel Junior Secondary School.
Okay, so what is the present situation of here this morning? As today, July 1st, government decided to open schools back for the pupils, especially those who will be taking their public exams.
Well, I think the government has done well by reopening school today, 1st of July, for those who have to take their examination, Becker and the WAS exam. But disappointingly, the turnout is not good. In my own case, for the GSS, I was expecting 313 candidates or pupils, but it's like only 175 are here because I extended the number of rooms. We used to have 5 streams of from 3, but because of the social distance and whatnot, so I decided to extend to 9 rooms. But as you could see now, it's only 5 rooms are occupied. And there are 35 pupils in each class. So it's, if there are 35 and 5 rooms, it's 175 out of 313, which is not good.
So what do you think is the cause?
Well, I want to believe it's the fault of the parents. Because if, as a parent, if I've heard from the government that the pupils who are to take their exam should start coming to school today, and they have stayed at home so long, and they just have few months to the exam, I think it would be they should be in place to send their kids to school today. And if they're not here, I believe it's the fault of the parents. It could be. Or maybe they left home, they didn't come. But I want to believe that it's the fault of the parents.
So you think this situation will continue like this?
Well, I don't want to believe so. Maybe it's because today is the first day. Maybe come next week, on Monday, maybe I want to be that they didn't believe that it will work. But in as much as we have started today, and I'm sure they are going to see this program over the television, they will know that, we are serious, we mean business, then maybe most of them come to school on Monday.
So in terms of, preventive methods of COVID-19, because even though, government have decided again to reopen schools for them to come back to school and prepare themselves ahead of their exams, but also coronavirus is also living with us right now. What are the preventive methods?
Well, we are very strict that they come with face masks, the kids, and we have the washing materials out there, and we have soap, and we have the hand sanitizers, likewise teachers. But at first, we got ourselves prepared before coming. When we had this pronouncement from the government, we called a general staff meeting for both GSS and SSS. together with teachers, we try to put modalities in place. And the areas where we had challenges, we forwarded it to the board. And then the board also called an emergency board meeting, and then they've helped us in those areas. And that is why you can see now teachers are around and some of the pupils are
You
around.
don't mind taking us to some of these classes so that we can see?
I start from the first room here.
Meanwhile, like we are talking about the preventive methods. We are saying, this the people's coming in without face masks. I don't know if you have anyone right down here at the gate to see whether they are really they are adhering to that particular method.
Well, when we came, I appointed one teacher to stand there by the gates, that to make sure that each child that is entering must have a face mask. Anyone without a face mask, we ask him or her to go and get one before entering the gates. Because as you can see now, all these ones in here, they are all having face masks. And it is compulsory. We told the teachers as well that teachers also must have a face mask. This is room 2. This is room 2, as you can see.
Okay. So we're here. This is a JSS class, I believe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, sir. Okay. So what's your name, young lady?
Georgiana.
Georgiana?
Yes, ma'am.
So how it feels for you to come back to school today after a while?
Thank God.
Feels good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So classroom, are you ready to adhere to the preventive methods of COVID-19?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are they?
There are a lot of them.
What are the preventive methods?
Nose masks, and we should wash our hands every day.
Okay, so yes, young lady, what's your name?
My name is Bintu H. Kamara.
Bintu, so can you put up your face mask again? So how does it feel for you to come back to school after a while?
I feel good.
Are you prepared for your exam?
Yes.
Whilst doing that, how prepared are you again to prevent yourself from COVID-19? What are the methods you think we should be?
Masks, by washing our hands and keeping distance.
So I think the teacher is there himself. Let's see how best we can get a few words from him. Good morning, teacher. So you've been out of this classroom for a while.
Yes.
And today you're here back with your pupils. So how does it feel?
It's good. We are back again to complete the syllabus for the exams. So we are going by the safety protocols. Most of them have their face masks, and then we do the hand washing.
So how prepared are you for you to prepare them?
We are well prepared. As teachers, we are well prepared. We have now come back to class and we are teaching.
Okay, thank you very much. That one's from the teacher himself. He's prepared. Likewise, the pupils themselves, they are well prepared. And this is the Government Trukal Secondary School. We are going over there. This is another apartment where we have the JSS. So let's go there and see actually how they are. Yes, in terms of fumigating the school before these children, come back to school.
Yeah.
Was this school fumigated?
Well, we heard from the government that people will be coming around to fumigate schools, but we never saw anyone. But as I told you that we had our own meeting before, and then the board met, the board of governors, they also met. So they helped us with disinfectants to buy, and then we gave to the workers that they used to spray the classrooms.
So you did it yourself?
There is the school, with the help of the board, the school board.
So, which class?
This is JSS 3 also. This is room 5. Room 5. This is room 5.
But what we are seeing here is like, don't you think that the people are a bit clustered in terms of maintaining social distancing?
Listen, I told you should be into. You girl. There's an empty seat over there. There's also an empty seat there. Now this is all the time that you say this is my friend. I'm sitting by my friend. Protect yourself. No, space out. You get to the back. Okay.
Well, I think viewers, this is the government secondary school, and I am here with a colleague, Dan Mosire. He has been with us since this morning also, and I believe he has got some observation that he's made since we started from the FSSG, the St. Joseph's Convent, and here the local government secondary school. Yes, sir, good morning.
Yes, Mayama, actually, when I came to the government Zitrukel, I went round with the principal, to ask him a lot of things. But what I observed is that, well, like most students refuse to come to school, and the principal, in fact, said he has already, arranged classes where, they will divide these pupils, 35 each in a class, because of the social distancing, and in fact, so that they can be able to be free, because of the COVID-19.
But I noticed that a lot of students refuse to come to school. Whether it is whether it is the fault of the parents or the fault of the school, but the principal is saying it is the parents, that they should tell their children to come to school, because the time is very limited, and if they refuse to come to school, they will not be able to cope up, because I guess exam will start sometime in August. You see, and I even spoke to him about the fumigation. He said they did not, he did not notice anything like that. Yeah, but when we went to St. Joseph, the principal said they fumigated the school. So I wonder the lapse there, But I guess the principal, has a lot of constraints, and in terms of hygiene, water. I think water is not true enough in school, is it?
Yes, sir.
You don't have no water.
As I'm talking to you now, there is no water.
You see?
There is no water.
That's very difficult, Dan, I think, because we're talking about hygiene, COVID and hygiene. There should be water, because after every 20 seconds,
We had problem with the connection, the one running right coming into the school, the pipe. You see, I went there, we reported, the man who is in charge, he gave us about 2 weeks ago, the water starts coming and then it's cut off again.
So it will be difficult to observe hygiene, is it?
Well, we are trying, but it will be difficult, but we are trying. We are doing our own bits. We have workers that the school pay. We ask them to go out and fetch water and bring so that we make use of them.
Okay. It seems that you have a lot of problems, actually.
Oh, the problems are so many.
So many.
And that's why when we had a staff meeting, immediately we had a staff meeting, we forwarded it to the board, and the board called an emergency meeting, and they tried to see how best they could come in and assist in those
Thank you
areas.
very much, sir. Thank you very much.
well, viewers, he's the acting principal for the JSS here at the Government Secondary School, and Dan Mosire, a colleague from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Well, viewers, you've heard from him. I believe he's facing a lot of challenges here, and there is a call for concern. Water is life, and in terms of fighting COVID-19, water is very important. So I believe we're calling on authorities to act very fast and, try to help them with wash facility here. Continue to stay with us as we try to join our colleagues right down there from the eastern part.